Secretary to the President Lalit Veeratunga says that regardless of how sophisticated technology is, it could never replace great teaching. He made this statement while addressing the annual International Conference for Heads of Schools organized by the International Schools of Sri Lanka, or TISSL.
The three-day conference titled Managing Change in Schools, which commenced in Kandy yesterday, saw the participation of a distinguished gathering inclusive of local and foreign educationists. Day one of the conference yesterday was attended by Presidential Secretary Lalit Veeratunga and Chief Minister of the Central Province Sarath Ekanayaka.
With all the changes around us, with the profound influence of technology, we need to question ourselves whether the time has come to revisit the education of the past. The use of touchpads, calculators and computers are good, but have they pushed our kids back in certain aspects? Are the digital natives lost on the information highway with no sense of imagination that is fostered with literary education? Are our students losing their identity, not knowing what their roots are? And is the society deteriorating with loss of values as not enough is done at home and in school for the character formation of the child?
The information empowerment of students through technology brings a new dimension to the student-teacher relations. On the one hand, no matter how sophisticated the technology will be, I believe they could never replace great teaching. The source of information needs to be verified. But most children don't do that today. They just go to Google, they just go to Wikipedia and take it as gospel truth, which I think we need to discourage and tell them, look, please check the veracity of these things. Not all teachers are ready to embrace using ICTs in the classroom. I don't know about the international schools, probably to a lesser extent, but certainly to a greater extent in the government schools. And that's a problem for us. However much one may hesitate to admit it, there is a feeling of a subtle battle between the teacher and the technology to win the student over. Both of these are equally powerful forces. And it is the complementarity between the two that will have a beneficial outcome for the student.
On day two of the conference held today, Secretary to the Minister of Education, Anwadi Sanayaka, expressed the following views.
Accelerating education improvement requires a holistic approach that addresses critical and interrelated components of education transformation. Governments are finding that no single policy, pedagogy or technology will bring this change. Education transformation is achieved by bringing together the right decision makers, experts, educators and partner organizations to plan, promote and provide the essential components impacting quality of education practices.